Hey buddies, it's your girl AyChristene, and today we are checking out Deku versus Asta. This is, I don't know why I said it like that. Deku versus Asta. Asta Asta que. This is from this is My Hero Academia versus Black Clover, which I haven't seen. Death Battle. Down below, let me know who you think would win. I don't know anything about Asta, so Asta could be a winner. I know that Deku's got the United States of Smasha or Detroit Smasha. I don't know why. So you're Asta. I don't know. That's just the Jamaican in me. Here we are. Link is down below to become a member or patron. Definitely check it out to join. Get uncut reactions to the shows we checking out. Let's get started.
Deku, My Hero Academia's super student straight out of UA High.
Asta, the anti-magical ass kicker from Black Clover.
Though you may be born bereft of the same gifts
They don't
as
like
your
magic?
peers, there is nothing stopping you from achieving your dreams.
As long as you're a fictional character in a fantasy world.
I guess. Well, no, you
as
can
long as
achieve
you've
your
got your friends
dreams.
by your side, you'll pack a hell of a punch.
Not
He's
supernatural
Whiz and
dreams.
I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
All right. Like to the death.
Izuku Midoriya wanted only one thing from life. To be a beacon of hope, just like his
a
idol,
crazy
the
little
#1
adorable
ranked
child.
superhero in Japan, All
And he
Might.
just continues
Too
to
bad
be
he was born a freak
crazed.
with no powers. You
Yeah.
heard right. This is like a reverse X-Men thing where 80% of the population gets rad superpowers, or
Yeah,
quirks
he
as
ain't
they're
got
called,
nothing.
while the remaining fifth are stuck as basic bitches, or as
Aw.
his spiky-haired bully Bakugo called him, Deku.
That's a pun on the Japanese word dekunobu, meaning good for nothing.
Persevering
Oh.
despite his basic bitchedness,
I didn't
Midoriya
know
got
that.
the chance
He said
to prove
basic.
his quirkless heroic
He's-
mettle
this
against
guy is
this giant
hilarious.
sludge monster, much to the surprise of one particular almighty onlooker.
His body
Almighty.
secretly decaying from a horrific injury, All Might needed to find the one who would
Yikes.
inherit his all-powerful quirk.
And All Might didn't want just anybody. The hero world was filled with glory seekers in it for fame and money.
Yeah,
All Might
they
wanted
want the
someone
sh-
whose
they want
body
the
moved on
shine.
its own to save someone.
He saw exactly that in young Midoriya, and gave him one of the most powerful
And
quirks
Midoriya
in
cries
the world.
so much, bruh.
One for all.
So
That was
much.
the problem. Even after bulking up from lad to Chad, the recoil from even one punch would shatter all the bones in his arm. So he trained to be able to handle his gift at the
He
superhero
said
school
lad
of his dreams,
from
UA
lad to
High.
Chad.
And that's
This
when
guy
he
is
decided
so
to
ruthless.
own the name used as a cudgel against him for so many years. Turns out, Deku can also be an abbreviation for Dekiru, someone who can do anything.
Ah,
Exactly
so
the
someone who's
opposite
good
of
for nothing, or
Dekunobu.
someone who
One
can
for
do
all allows
everything.
Deku to release absolutely
Or anything.
absurd amounts of strength from different parts of his body, with super moves named after U.S. cities and states.
Deku still can't access
Gotta
all
chill.
of his power safely, though. Using 100% will quickly destroy his body, which is
Yeah,
why he
which
learned
is
to distribute
wild.
his strength evenly across his body,
Which
a
is
technique known
wild.
as full cowling. This lets him increase his speed and durability as well, making him more all-rounded.
Oh, I was
and
like,
shifting
that was a
focus to
different
his
take,
own
or a
interpretation
different type
One
of
for All,
art style.
Inspired by his pal Ida, shoot style.
Where he pulls out a Glock and blows your brains
Yeah,
out.
Detroit to smash
Okay, not
up.
really, but in keeping with One for All's rabbit theme, he trades All Might's signature punches.
Was this
for
game
kicks.
good?
Let
me know down below.
Better.
And which game is that?
Rabbit
There are a
versus
few
Gun?
games that came
I
out.
have, and I know how it plays
Oh
out.
my goodness! Oh,
Considering
that
the
was
much
that.
higher
Yeah, that was
muscle mass
Family
of
Guy
the twins'
looking.
legs, shoot style allowed Deku to output even more power while giving his arms a break.
This looks like
A break
MMB.
A break.
And despite
Miku
being a
Dance, which
classic
is like the
melee
software
build,
people
Deku
would
can
use to
fight at
make, like,
range
dance
by
videos.
punching powerful gusts of air, and even precisely aim them with specially designed gloves.
Yeah, when
Deku
he
has
like
an
flick it.
encyclopedic knowledge of quirks and is always analyzing their strengths and weaknesses mid-battle, even if he does sound a little weird.
Despite
crazy.
only barely getting accepted in the first place, Deku quickly became one of Class 1A's most dependable fighters. Because, yeah, somehow these students are constantly getting drafted into literal wars against murderous
Constantly.
supervillains.
Midoriya's
Constantly.
successes in battle against ruthless criminals like Stain, Muscular, and Overhaul came much to his old
wait,
bully's
who's
chagrin.
that Muscular
Where
one? I
Bakugo
just
was a
asking
child
for a friend.
prodigy, he now found himself overshadowed by his hard-working rival, and the two would use their mutual respect and animosity to motivate each other to get
The
stronger.
animosity is one way.
Classic frenemies. They're only solving their problems by pounding the living tar out of each other.
Luckily for him, Deku soon learned that living tar pounding wasn't the only thing he could do. Turns out, One for All did not originate with All Might. It had been passed down 8 times until it arrived at Deku, with each inheritance also carrying the previous user's natural quirk as well.
Like Black Whip, which lets him manifest crazy long and strong energy tendrils to tie enemies up and
so he can access the. It's like the Avatar.
Just like
he can access their old powers.
And Danger Sense, which gives him a minor reactive precognition.
AKA, he's Spider-Man. Not even reached. The mangaka is like the biggest Spidey fan ever.
He can also produce a smoke screen to mask his presence, float in midair, or store kinetic energy over time with fog.
What's he doing? What's he about to do? Oh my goodness.
Like that.
Okay.
By storing up enough, he can even match
so he is like Spidey
power
sense,
without any recoil to boot. Strong enough to change the weather and create city block-sized tornadoes with a single punch.
And he's even stronger with his newest quirk, Gear Shift, which allows him to increase the...
Did they say he... No, hold on. What did they just say?
That. By storing up enough, he can even match All Might's max power without any recoil to boot. Strong enough to change the weather and create city block-sized tornadoes with a single punch.
And he's even stronger with
a
his
punch.
newest
He
quirk,
can make
Gear
a
Shift,
tornado,
which allows him to increase the speed of an object anytime he touches it. In conjunction with the power of All for One, he can use this to warp reality itself. Deku can go toe-to-toe with arch-villains like Shigaraki, who's fast enough to react to and catch laser beams with his bare hands.
But
he's
nothing
essentially
can prepare him for All Might's archenemy, the shadowy leader of the League of Villains, All for One.
All Might only ever showed his young pupil kindness and support, but that couldn't change the absolutely crushing pressure Deku felt at every moment.
Even classically trained dickhead Bakugo came to help his teammate out when he needed it, like when they teamed up to share One for All and punch an island-sized hole in the clouds 2,000 miles high.
Just goes to show that even One for All isn't a one-man army.
Deku's
so
he can share it with Bakugo?
Between himself and his friends.
And with their help, Deku will surely become that beacon of hope.
I've definitely been an in and out My Hero watcher. I haven't
for all
watched every. I'm not caught up at all for sure.
This episode is sponsored
by
Mint
like
Mobile.
I will say that was like a dope thing of him like standing up with All Might behind him. All Might's voice, which the voice actor was in Tampa like recently. His voice is really good, and that strong jaw. I'm a sucker for a strong jaw. Because my husband, he watches My Hero. He actually hasn't watched it in a while, but he had watched an episode with Endeavor. Y'all gonna hate me, okay? For those who already know, y'all are just like, oh, Christine, right? And so there's gonna be now Christine emotes in the comment section. I know, but Endeavor has such a strong jaw and a deep voice, and it just, hot daddy. Okay, let's go.
Magic! You know it, you love it, and in the world of Black Clover, it doesn't come from a box you bought
this
at a
is
tacky
all
West
complete
Hollywood
learning.
costume shop.
I know
Everyone's got
nothing
it.
about
Mana is the source of all magic, a supernatural energy found in the air and in living beings.
I've heard of that
living
word
beings
before.
whose names are Asta.
Not only was the young Asta an orphan abandoned by his mother at a church as a baby, he was born with a mutation that prevents him from having any mana to speak of. Well, neither do I, and you don't hear me crying about it.
Yes, you do, all of the time. But Asta had a dream. Despite his lack of magic, he and his best friend Yuno promised each other one of them would rise to the throne of the greatest military position in the land, the Wizard King. Wizard King? Really, guys? Sometimes they call it Magic Emperor, but
can he
we all
not
know what they mean.
So he dedicated himself to getting swole as all hell in a world of nerds. He would be his lone jock god, shoving
but then
now
he looked like a kid. How old is this muscular person?
But huge, frightening pectorals on a tiny, screaming goblin child weren't enough on its own. He needed something powerful enough to shut down his opponent's magic.
He needed the 5-leaf Clover Grimoire.
Essentially,
but he ain't got no magic.
Spells, a grimoire will choose its user and float beside their wielder at all times.
And Asta was lucky enough to receive the Uno Reverse card of grimoires. The 5-leaf Clover can harness the power of anti-magic, which will literally nullify the effects of other magic spells. Almost like Wizard Kryptonite. Let the locker stuffing commence.
Okay. How does he have a grimoire if he can't do magic?
Asta was accepted into
Or
one
he
of
has
the
no
9
mana.
squads of Clover Kingdom's Magic Knights, the Black Bulls, filled with lazy drunkards, antisocial otakus, and literal sociopaths.
My
What's an
kind of
otaku?
people. Yep, mostly. But much like with Asta, you shouldn't judge a grimoire by its cover.
I like the
And
art style
soon
of
they
this
were all
anime.
working together and kicking ass like a family
Let me know
should.
down below. Do
Asta
y'all like
harnesses the
Black
power
Clover?
of anti-magic by summoning swords imbued with it from the grimoire. Normally, these swords would quickly drain the mana from anyone foolish enough to wield them, but Asta does not have any mana, turning his greatest weakness into a one-of-a-kind strength.
He's got his classic
great.
Demon Slayer, an enormous greatsword which cuts through spells with its edge
Oh, it's called
and
Demon
deflects them
Slayer.
with its flat.
Oh,
Or
is
the
it Tendril?
Demon Dweller, which can
Tendril?
also absorb and copy magic, then toss it right back to sender.
Oh,
I
okay.
think my personal favorite is the more complex Demon
That's perfect for
Destroyer,
him.
which severs the relationship between a spell's cause and effect, countering the effects of its magic. This could result in anything from healing a village that was inflicted with poison to preventing reincarnation.
Yeah, okay, some of
Oh,
these can get a little heady.
yikes.
I personally prefer keeping it
Yikes.
simple, like using anti-magic telekinesis to surf on your sword through the sky.
With
It's
the
worth noting
abs,
that
though.
these swords are made
How old is he?
specifically for countering magical attacks and sources of mana. The swords will act as though blunted when striking non-magical foes, more akin to giant clubs than actual blades. Not
Oh, okay.
entirely inconsistent
Okay.
with real-life
I got you.
greatswords.
But none
I
of
got
that's
you.
even close to as cool as his deadliest
So if
sword.
it's somebody that
the
doesn't have
Demon
any magic,
Slasher,
it's just like a club, they
katana
just
as
get beat
black
up,
as the
not
pits
like-
of hell and twice as badass.
This one actually does
cut.
cut like a sword, but it's complicated. It lets Asta actually select what he does and does not want to cut, only affecting his
Oh.
target while leaving anything else unharmed.
Okay,
Oh.
at this point, isn't that just magic?
Magic with a
Essentially.
loophole.
And he
Essentially.
studied the blade long enough to become a master swordsman to boot. Not in the real life sense,
To
in
boot.
the anime sense.
He can spin himself like a tornado to deflect magic spells, thrust forward at top speed like a charging bull, launch
Okay.
a barrage of anti-magic projectiles, and even channel anti-magic into his swords to vastly
is-
increase their
what
size.
the-
Well,
that's
while
a,
he
that's
may
a
be
building.
no good with mana, he has
Oh.
learned to detect ki. Because, of course,
The life force existing in all things. Asta can detect
Oh,
hidden opponents and even
okay.
predict their movements ahead of
That's
time,
what they use
as long as
to
he's fast enough to react.
with
become,
such crazy powers,
you know,
Asta was
in-
taking on
in
threats like
Dragon
the
Ball.
Eye of the Midnight Sun, the
Except I
Devil
think there's
Zagreus,
chi,
and
right?
the Dark Triad. So many nerds, never enough
Essentially the
blockers.
Force,
Too bad for
you know,
Asta, though.
Star
he had
Wars.
one serious inner demon.
Literally, housed
Oh.
within the five-leaf clover grimoire was Liba, a demon exiled from hell for completely lacking magical powers. And who
Oh,
just
okay.
so
I was gonna
happened
say,
to
how do you get
adopted
exiled
by
from hell but not
Asta's
having
mother.
powers? Okay.
Until he got possessed by a different demon and killed her. Vowing vengeance on all demonkind, Liba manifested anti-magic from his hatred as a way to kick their asses.
Oh my
which gave
goodness.
him and Asta a lot of common ground, despite the whole, mom murder thing.
In fact, the
Right.
two became true brothers and formed an unstoppable duo. Liba can
That is
actually
wild.
fully merge with Asta for a massive power boost that lasts up to 5 minutes, at the cost of leaving Asta nearly powerless for the next half hour.
Right, 5
I want
minutes?
it. Yeah, I mean, I'll take it if I
If you
get
don't
to
possess,
be
you
strong
might
enough
as
to
well
slice
stay there a
buildings to
long time
pieces,
and help me
obliterate
out.
huge chunks of earth and tear the most
he's just trying to
powerful
take it for
demons
himself.
apart. Give me the goddamn book.
I'm the book boy, okay? Even characters earlier in the series like Patoli had magic capable of completely
Oh, he's
vaporizing
hilarious.
the entire Clover Kingdom in a single attack. And demons that
Lumberjack.
Asta has fought since then, like Dante and Lucifero, are leagues stronger.
Hell, screw all these demon forms and anti-magic powers. Asta's
I get it,
body
those
is
muscles.
so incredibly well trained. He dodged a
Did
beam
he
of light while sleeping.
lose his
As
arm
in, he
or
was
something?
asleep, and the force of his sneeze pushed his head out of the way of a beam of light. Light speed sneezes, everyone.
That is
And
hilarious.
despite his headstrong
I'm trying to
and
fix this thing in my
irritating
ear.
personality,
AKA screaming
Are
at
those
the top of
sit-ups?
his lungs
What
as
kind of
often
loud
as
sit-up is that?
possible.
Asta is an intelligent fighter who has
That's
leveraged
very
his
anime,
skill
though.
against far more experienced
Let's yell.
foes.
But he wouldn't be anywhere without the ragtag band of deviants he calls friends. With
Hmm.
them at his side, there's no way he won't climb the ranks to take the Wizard King's throne. Especially with Yuno pushing them both to get stronger.
Unlike other
Wait, where's
classic
his
shonen
friend? Oh,
rivalries,
his friend
this
is-
one isn't tainted by antagonism.
is
They
cute.
truly want what's best for each other, even if they're competing for the same throne.
That's
Yuno's
good.
gonna
That's
need all
good.
the luck he can get. Because
That's
even if
good.
Asta never gets mana of his own, his true magic is never given up.
That was sweet. Oh, now they're gonna fight,
This
aren't
episode
they?
is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Life
Yes. Check out their video to see the ad.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's do it. I still think Midoriya is gonna take it. Like, I don't know a lot.
He's gotta be crazy strong. I'm gonna have to
Why
rely
is
on
he
more than just my power to take him down.
pixelated? Oh, they're both pixelated?
Just gotta hit him.
Oh, but it's gonna
really
transcend.
hard.
Oh, it's gonna transcend. This is definitely MHA. Ooh, and he going. Ooh, I know it does change. It will change art styles. Ooh, ooh. Oh yeah, that's like gonna be a club for him to just hit because. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Okay.
Supposed to be sharp.
Okay. Because he has no mana.
His speed isn't slowed by his sword's weight at all.
This is hilarious. This is so Midoriya. So Midoriya. He got 3 swords now? Is he like in one piece now? Oh, did that cut? Wait.
Now it's my turn.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
Wait, are you not using magic? What kind of magic emperor would I be if I can't beat a guy like this?
Yeah, he's not using any. Detroit's a smash up. But oh, he took all your knives. I mean, your swords. No, not all of them.
Detroit!
Ooh. Oh my goodness. Wait, is that something he threw from his mouth? Ugh. Okay, he's oh. What? Oh, he's getting. Okay, he's getting it all back.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Detroit is,
Oh, now he's the demon.
I've had enough of it. I'm ending this quick.
I'm sure some people would say that for them as well. Not against them, but some of the stuff that they go through. That was a okay. Did he cut him? This is very Dragon Ball. I have no idea who would win this. Like, how do you beat it? Ooh, ooh.
No use not going all out anymore.
How do you beat a demon possession?
Really hard.
Oh, he went Super Saiyan.
You wanted my best.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
1,000,000%.
1,000,000%? Is that's not a thing, right? Ain't he gonna kill all them people? Well, he got a demon possession. Let's see. That's all gone. All them people must be dead. Yep. All them people dead.
I did it.
Yeah, see the artwork's changed. Oh. Oh!
Take that, Detroit.
Oh my gosh. It's not over. Satan, which is Ray Dragon Ball. Yeah, he's gone. Oh, he did win.
Poor Deku. He tried his best, but Asta just shoved him into that great big locker in the sky.
Both Deku and Asta
So
were
how did
fairly evenly
the
matched
knives
melee
become
fighters
sharp
without
now?
any specific abilities to give one an easy edge over the other. Though, to be fair, the variety of quirks Deku inherited from past users of One for All
Right.
did make him more versatile and unpredictable.
Plus, quirks are biological mutations, not connected
Yeah.
to some supernatural energy source like mana.
But how is he
Asta's
able to stab him in the
anti-magic
end?
powers were basically useless here.
And Deku was generally a smarter and more tactical fighter, but
Or was
against
it
Asta's
the
incredible
specific-
might, this time Brawn beat Brains.
Let's crunch some numbers!
Okay.
Deku's greatest feat of strength was splitting that enormous cloud formation with Bakugo.
By measuring
Okay.
the size of the island and comparing it to the clouds above,
Oh, wow.
we can determine they dispersed over 63 trillion kilograms of water.
That's the
It's
weight
hilarious.
of the Great Pyramid of Giza. 12,000 of them.
Were
And
able
required
to break
an
that
energy
down.
of nearly 80 teratons of TNT per punch.
Let's compare that to Asta.
What?
The Totally spell was going to be strong enough to vaporize a country the size of the Clover Kingdom.
We can use this map from the manga to estimate the size of Clover Kingdom to be about 500 kilometers in diameter,
Wow.
about half the length of Great Britain. Vaporizing a country of that size would require an energy of over 480 teratons of TNT, over 6 times greater than Deku's punch.
While Asta uses anti-magic, it isn't an automatic counter. It needs to be comparable in strength to the spell it's combating. And Asta's gotten way stronger since.
Asta was also quicker. Sure, scaling to Shigaraki would give Deku roughly light speed reaction.
I still want to know how
But
all the
Asta
swords
could
stabbed
dodge
him.
light in his sleep, and that's his base form. Even before transforming with Liba to get way faster.
And since Deku and Asta's precognitive abilities more or less matched each other, it was only a matter of time before Asta simply overwhelmed him.
Especially since Deku has struggled in the past against faster opponents. Sure, Deku was smarter, but if he literally didn't have enough time to come up with a plan of attack before getting hammered, his brains were wasted.
Deku's tactical brilliance and harem-scarum tenacity definitely gave his opponent a run for his money, but Asta's raw power, blinding speed, and deadlier weaponry spelled the end for All Might's pupil.
Deku gave it his all, and I wish he had won. Hasta la vista.
The winner is Asta.
I don't know, because they said that his sword wouldn't be able to cut except for that one, like the skinnier sword, I want to call it Tetsaiga. What is it called? What's it? A katana. Excuse me. He had that one katana that he can choose to slice, right? But the other ones said they can't cut non-magic folk or muggles, essentially. So let me know down below if there was something I missed. How does, like, because the one sword getting him down okay, but as each of them stabbed him, blood came out. So how do these non-muggle swords stab him when he ain't got no magic outside of that one, you know? It was very visceral, but I don't know. I do feel like if I knew, like if I experienced Asta, then I could have a better perspective. But since I only really know Midoriya, and to a certain point, right? Because I didn't watch all of My Hero. I've only gotten snippets of him. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm thinking, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if I agree. I know they had scientific data, which is wild, you know, and not in a shade way, just like a wow, you know, the capabilities they have to be able to break down the data like that is wild. But I don't know if I agree. Let me know if you agree. Let me know down below in the comment section. Also, let me know, did you guess correctly? Also, down below, check out the links to become a member or patron for early access and uncut reactions to the shows that we're checking out. Like this video to help your girl out in the algorithm. And I love you guys as always. And until next time, buddies. Toodles.